Today's video, we're going to be talking about the waiting season and the beauty of the waiting season. I know a lot of people don't really like the waiting season because that's a period of time where you are waiting on God to open a door, to close a door, to make a way, and to literally come through for you on your behalf. Sometimes while we are waiting for God, sometimes he can be quiet. Sometimes we can be praying to him and it seems like, he's not answering. Sometimes we're like, God, like, we need this thing right now, and where are you? But I feel like the beauty of the waiting season is a season where we are able to draw closer to God, because in the waiting season, God is showing us something. The beauty of the waiting season for us is like, it's probably challenging for us because we are humans, we are impatient, we just want things right away. Because I feel like in today's society, with technology progressing and everything is quick. And I feel like that can be a good and a bad thing. But then we look at God and we expect him to be a robot. We're like, God, okay, made a request, I made an order, and now I'm waiting for the confirmation code, and I'm waiting for you to show up and show out. But that is not God. God can wait. He wants us to be like him, right? He wants us to tap into what he has created us to be. And I feel like sometimes when you look, God is patient, God is long suffering, and he wants us to learn how to be patient. He wants us to learn how to become long suffering as well. The beauty of the waiting season is time where God can draw us closer to him, a time when he can strengthen our faith. Like while we're waiting for something, it's not like we're just waiting. God is still working on us from the inside out. He's still preparing our minds, he's still preparing our hearts for what we are asking for. I know sometimes we may ask for things and we may feel like we need it right now, right? We need it right now. But I was talking to someone and she was just explaining something about, like, finances, where it was just, I don't have the finances right now. That means that God feels like I do not need it right now. But he knows when I need it. And it's like, when he knows that when I need it, he presents it abundantly. But then she's like, she's very grateful, like God allows her to recognize, like, that she's very grateful that God does that, because she's grateful for the fact that she knows that if she does not have it right now, she can be content. But if she do have it, that shows like God knew that she needed it and provided it for her. So that is why it's like, in those seasons where you may not have what you want, or you may not have the things that your heart is yearning for, but when you look around, you do have the things that you need. And that is the most important thing. God just wants to make sure that you have the things that you need. And the things that you need is so much more valuable than the things that you want. Because a lot of times the things that we want cannot compare to the things that we may need. Like, do we need certain things? No, we need oxygen. Like, we need food to eat. Like, we need water to drink. Like, we need a roof over our head. Like, we need showers. Like, we need toothpaste. Like, we need those things. And I feel like a lot of times society, just the way how society is, it makes you feel like you need to have when you don't really need to have. You just need to be content with what you have so that God can bless you. Because if it's a scripture in the Bible, it talks about, like, if he cannot be faithful, or you cannot be content with the little, how can he bless you? It's like in a context, I'm paraphrasing it, but it's like a context, in the context of that, like, if he cannot bless you with the little, then how can he trust you with the things that you want? You literally let go and let God do what he does. We're able to recognize, like, God is not punishing us, God is not ignoring us. It's not that he does not love us, it's not that he does not want to give us what we are praying for, but probably we're just not ready for what we're asking for. Just like what I said in the beginning, sometimes we ask for stuff and sometimes we fumble what we ask for. Sometimes, like, you may feel like you're ready for something and God will give it to you, and then you recognize, like, it's literally causing more harm than good. So that is why sometimes, like in Proverbs 3 verses 5, I'm going to read it for you guys. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. This verse shows that when we trust in God, his thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. We can literally trust in him. We do not have to try to stress about the situation. We can literally just recognize, like, we just have to put him first and know that, you know, he is God. He knows what is best for us. He loves us. He cares for us. And he just wants to see what is good for us. So that's why it's so important not to really lean on what we may feel like, lean on our emotions, lean on our thoughts, lean on our own understanding, because we cannot understand, but God understands, because he knows the beginning to the end and the end to the beginning. So I have an example for you guys. So just like this, if a 10-year-old child asks for a car, right? If for instance you have a 10-year-old child and a 10-year-old asks for a car, you know that he cannot drive, he doesn't have a license, he doesn't know anything about the car. He asks for a car for his birthday and you give it to him. You know the consequences of you giving him that car at 10. So you may not give him the car because you know that you're not prepared, you're not well equipped for this. This is not something that you need right now, but maybe down the line when you are able to learn about the car, learn about the rules, to take the test, you're able to pass the test, maybe down the line, you know, if things are good, we will be able to talk about that in the future. It's the same like God. God knows that what we are ready for, he knows what we are not ready for. He's not going to give us things that he knows we're not ready for, because he knows that it's only going to cause more damage than good. As I said, the waiting season is not easy. It's not the most easiest thing to do when you're waiting for God for something, when you're crying out to God, when you're praying to God, or if you're fasting, or if you're just trying to do everything right so that he can bless you. But as I said, we have to remember, like, the waiting season is beautiful. When you're able to recognize, like, you're on your own lane, God placed you on your own lane. Like a video that I'd seen, it was just like, what God has for you is for you. Nobody else can try to come and take it. Whatever God said or whatever God spoke over your life, that is for you. So when you're rushing it, it's already done. He already did it. It's already done. He's waiting for you at the door, but he's still with you right now in the waiting season. Like, he already went, you know, months or years ahead to give you that, or to establish what you want, but he's still with you in the waiting season. I just want to read the scripture for you guys. It says, Psalms 37 verses 7, it says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him." We can be still in God. We can be patient in God. We can wait on God, because the battle is already won. I know the enemy is probably like, it cannot work, it cannot be done, he will not come through, da, 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 da. That is, we all know that he cannot tell the truth. He won't tell the truth. And in reality, like, the battle is already won. God already secured what is for you. God already went out and prepared what is for you. The only thing that we can do is just wait on God. Wait on our turn. Do not rush. Do not rush, but just wait on God, because he is God. He knows what is best. And just like the song, it says, like, he's an on-time God. Like, he may not come when we want him, but he will definitely be right there on time. And I know sometimes we can look like, oh my gosh, you came through for me, I'm so happy. I probably did have a little doubt or worry, but the fact that you have shown up for me literally builds my faith, knowing that next time when I enter a waiting season, it may not be as easy, yes, but I know that I can look back at this time and recognize that God has been a God that was able to pull strings, be able to move mountains, be able to part seas, because that is what he does and that's who he is. When we literally just like let go and let God and recognize, like, God knows exactly what we want, but he gives us what we may need. He will give you what you want sometimes, but he gives us what we want, what we need in that period of time. So when we recognize, like, he already knows what is best for us, we can literally just trust in him. We can literally just stop stressing and recognize, like, all things is working together for my good. God is still faithful in the waiting season. God is still just in the waiting season. God will literally come through for you in the waiting season. Like, there is nothing that do. All you have to do is just wait on him. Wait on him, trust in him, lean on him, depend on him. Do not listen to the voice of the enemy. It is harder and it's easier said than done, but as I said on this channel, everything is learning. We're all learning here. We're all learning how to wait on God, and we're all learning on how to be patient. We're all learning on how to cast our worries upon him. We're all learning that. It's just a learning process. But as I said, it's better to learn and it's better to practice it than not to do it at all. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.